All right, tubers, Madame Roy back once again. Unexpected live stream here. I'm sitting in the Tahoe on the Monitor Merrimack Memorial Bridge Tunnel. If you guys live in the Hampton Roads area, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. And I think we are finally starting to move. I've actually been stuck on here for the last half an hour. I got maybe about a quarter of a mile from the tunnel and the traffic just totally stopped. I want to apologize for this piss poor mount that I have. I actually don't have any mounts in here. I'm actually trying to prop this up with my cell phone case, but I don't know what the heck's going on. I actually went over to the Goodwill Distribution Center in Hampton to pick up some computer parts. Did really well there. I got a HP 6000 series with a Phenom quad-core processor. Got some memory, and then I also went to the CHKD over in Hampton, yep. And I wound up getting a NVIDIA GTX 750, I think it is, for $5. I have all that in the back there. Having a great day. Everything was going well until this happened, and I hope that there's not an accident, because believe it or not, they tend to get a lot of accidents inside of this tunnel. People around here unfortunately drive too fast, especially on windy days like this. I mean, thank God that it's not raining, but still, it's unfortunate that the tunnel seems to be shut for the moment. So let's see who's here. Got George Stewart, Robert Jones, George Blakely. And I must say that the Tahoe seems to do very well in idling conditions, especially on a hot day. I'll turn you guys around here and show you. I've been idling this now for over a half an hour. And you can see the temperature is sitting right at about, I'd say about 170, 175, and that's about as high as it'll go. Oil pressure is good on this. It's a little low right now, but that's normal because the engine is warmed up. Voltage is good, right at about 13 volts. And fuel is okay, though I'm telling you, I'm burning a lot of gas just sitting here. Now, if I rev the engine a little bit, you can see the oil pressure will go up. So, totally normal. I actually wound up putting some Prolong in this just to protect the engine. I was going to go ahead and try to do the review of this today if I can ever get home. So you guys might either see that later on tonight, or more realistically, it's starting to look like tomorrow. But if you live in our area, then you guys probably already know that traffic around here is just terrible. Basically, to get from one town to another, you either need to go through a tunnel or over a bridge, because we have so much water here. And right now, this is what they call the Monitor Merrimack Memorial Bridge Tunnel. This is the tunnel that goes from the peninsula down to the south side where I live. So hopefully this will clear up in a couple of minutes, because I am getting really, really tired of sitting here in traffic. Might as well look at my ugly mug, right? You guys don't need to just see a bunch of cars stopped. Hope everybody else is having a good day. Spider Guard, yo Matt Pratt, Pat, yo Matt Pat, thanks. Pat on the back, is that what you're talking about? And then, yeah, it's really unfortunate around here that there's no way to get from one city to another without going through a tunnel or through or over a bridge. And it really just isn't, because like I said, we have water around everywhere. We have the James River. We're passing over the Elizabeth River here. Then we have the James River, the Nansemond River, and then of course we got the bay and the ocean, because you know I live pretty close to Virginia Beach. So it's one of the pitfalls and perils of living in this area. Other than that and the heat, of course. I saw somebody made a comment. 113 in Phoenix, George Stewart said. Yeah, but I'll bet your 113 isn't like ours. You probably have very low humidity. We're sitting at about 95 today with maybe about 90% humidity. And I would take that over your 113. I'm guessing probably something like maybe 10 to 20% humidity, because believe it or not, the desert heat is a lot more tolerable because of the lower humidity. The humidity is what actually makes you sweat. And if you look close, you can probably see some beads of sweat on my finger. And I've been in the AC for the most part. The AC can barely keep up on a really hot day like this. I think I'm probably going to go ahead and put another can of 134A refrigerant in here because it might be a little on the low side. I don't know. It feels okay right now. SpiderGuard says, I might go to Virginia Beach or Washington, D.C. for my second vacation. Oh, go to D.C. You'll absolutely love it. If you go, I'm going to get a lot of hate for this. If you go to a beach, go the extra mile and go down to the Outer Banks. The Outer Banks is infinitely cleaner. I do like Virginia Beach. It's good for a local beach, but it's very touristy and it's a very, very dirty beach, unfortunately. They do their best to keep it up, but because of all the influx of people coming here, and it's really not a large area, whereas the Outer Banks encompasses, maybe 100 miles of beaches. There really isn't a large beach on Virginia Beach. So when people come here on vacation, they all flock to the little bit of the beachfront that there is, and unfortunately, they make a mess out of it usually. 113 in Phoenix and no sweating whatsoever. That's incredible. I can't believe it amazed me. I've only been to the desert once. That's when we went out to Vegas back in 2017. And yeah, I remember it was about that temperature a few days when we were in Vegas, and I didn't even break a sweat going outside. I mean, it wasn't comfortable, but it wasn't like this to where I'd have to drink a gallon of water a day just to stay hydrated. I think we're about ready to move, so I'm probably going to have to end this here in a minute. If that's the case, it means I've been stuck in traffic now for about 40 minutes. So we'll see what happens. I see some of the cars over in that lane starting to move. So we'll see if it's clearing up here. Yes, it is. All right, tubers, I got to end this live stream. Thanks for coming. Please continue to like and subscribe. And as always, have a blessed day, everybody.